Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's me, Tyra. If you're new here, hi, hello. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share with a friend. Thank you guys so much for the love and support that you've given me over the past year. And let's continue to grow together. In today's video, I wanted to talk about 5 things that I've done to maintain and grow my density. My hair has really done kind of like a 180 over this past year. And I've done a lot of things to change my hair care routine this year that I've ever had before. I've dyed my hair. I've tried a new protective style. I've stretched my hair a lot more. All these changes that I've made has really significantly saved the density in my hair. And I specifically get a lot of questions when I do mini twists on how my twists don't look so boneless, how my density is so full and thick. So with that being said, I wanted to share how I maintain my density and or have grown it. So let's go ahead and dive into it. The first thing I've done to help save, maintain, and grow my density is detangling while I'm shampooing. I know that sounds scary and it goes against what you typically know. 9 out of 10, anytime you detangle, you automatically detangle with deep conditioner or a mask in your hair. Ever since I switched to detangling conditioning shampoos and I detangle my hair shampooing, I have noticed a extreme difference with how much slip I get in a shampoo versus a thick conditioner. A lot of the mask and conditioners out here don't really have as much slip as you would think, and honestly they're really thick. Not that that's a bad thing, because with it being thick, it typically means it's a little bit more moisturizing. But for me personally, I noticed that the thicker it is, the harder it is to detangle with it. So I started using shampoos that have tons of slip in it. Specifically, the Design Essential one is a detangling shampoo. And when I detangle with these shampoos in my hair, it is the most seamless detangling session ever. And I don't have as much hair loss and shedding as I would have had typically if I used a mask or a deep conditioner. These two in specific are my favorite to detangle with. The texture of the shampoo, the slip, the lather, all those things play a major part in if a shampoo is detangle worthy. If you have not tried it, trust me, check it out. If I had to recommend one of these, I would recommend this one to try it first. Tip number 2 on the subject of detangling, I figured out my favorite detangling brushes that work well for my hair. I also want to mention that you need to be very careful of the detangling brushes that you use to detangle. You do not know how many times I've seen so many people detangle their hair with styling brushes that are not detangling brushes. There's a big difference between a styling brush and a detangling brush. And so many people use a styling brush to detangle. The most popular brush that I see people use that's so incorrect is a Denman brush. A Denman brush is not a detangling brush. It is a styling brush. The brush is meant to help the curls pop post shower while you're styling your hair, not while you're detangling. And that's another reason why so many people break hair and lose density, is because over time they're using the wrong tool to detangle their hair and they don't even realize it. If you want a suggestion on my favorite detangling brushes that I use, I have my top 3 here. This one is a Tangle Teaser brush. That being said, this one has very intricate teeth, so you can't just go in and be brushing your hair. However, you have to really start from the bottom and work your way up. A lot of people don't like this brush, and I think it's because they use it wrong. This one is a intricate detangling, so you can't just be going through just raking the brush through your hair. You really have to start from the bottom and work your way up, and you will not be disappointed with how fast this brush detangles out of your hair. My second brush that I like to use is the Unbrush. I don't really use this one as often as I used to. Really gentle, and I feel like this brush is for beginners as well. If you're a person who don't like snags, you're very tender-headed, this is the most perfect brush you can use to detangle your hair. It's not harsh on your hair strands. Definitely one of my top favorites. The last brush that I recently discovered that I do like is the Felicia Leatherwood. Now this brush is pretty pricey, and this was actually gifted to me. This brush is very similar to the Tangle Teaser. You have to be careful with this one too. You can't just be ripping it through your hair, but if you know how to use it correctly, start from the bottom, work your way up, this brush is really nice. This one also has those teeth that can just like bend and flex with your hair. And I think this is probably the first brush that came out with it, and then every other brush after that tried to replicate it. This is one of my favorites as well. While we're still on that subject of detangling tools, one thing that I want you guys to realize is that you have to put the extra tools down. If you're not detangling your hair in the shower while you're washing, there's no need to continue to use all these extra tools to get your curls to pop. And that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. That's why I stopped doing wash and goes, because I was using 3-row teeth. I was using styling brushes to get my curls to pop. I wasn't realizing the type of manipulation and tension I was putting on my hair strands by using all these different tools. Even after I went and detangled my hair, I'm going in with more tools to make my curls to pop. And that leads me to my next tip, number 3. I don't do the extra styling anymore. I have 3 go-to protective styles that I do on my hair now, and I alternate between the 3. flat twist, mini twist, or a half wig. All of those wash and goes and braid outs and twist outs and all those things, I'm not saying that they're bad, but I do notice a significant difference with my density and saving my hair and keeping my hair protected, low maintenance styling, and just leaving my hair alone. I've noticed a significant difference. Slow down with the wash and goes, slow down with the braid out, slow down with wearing your curls out, and learn to love your hair when it's protected up in a safe styling and just pinned back. It really makes a world of a difference. The fourth tip that I have is using a pre-wash oil. This is the only pre-wash oil that I use. This one is by Fable and Maine. The whole point of a pre-wash oil is to make your roots stronger. This one says stronger hair begins with healthy roots. When using a pre-wash oil, you basically use it 15 minutes before you wash, or you use it overnight. You leave it in overnight. You just put it throughout your scalp, massage it into your roots, and then when you wash your hair, of course, you wash it out. The whole point of the oil is that it makes your roots stronger, which essentially makes your hair stronger, so you're not shedding as much. The most recent discovery that I saw is that I used this oil like 2 weeks ago. I put it in my hair overnight. I woke up the next day and washed it. I typically wash my hair in 4 sections. Every single section was less than a dime size amount of how much shedding came out. So much different than what it was a whole year ago. A year ago, I used to kind of be concerned with how much I was shedding, and I felt like part of it was not the best hair health. Number 2, I was detangling very rough. Number 3, I wasn't taking my time and just moving really fast and popping hair. Basically just not being gentle with my hair. I don't shed as much as I used to in the shower. Everything is like a dime size and lower when I detangle, and I know it's because 1, I'm more gentle, 2, I use the correct detangling brush, and 3, using a pre-wash oil to help saturate and make my roots stronger has definitely helped a significant difference with the shedding in my wash days. This is the only pre-wash oil that I've ever used. I get it from Sephora. It is pricey. It was gifted to me before, and then I got it sent again to me. If I find another one that is a lot more affordable, I will let you guys know, but just letting you guys know ahead of time, this is a little pricey, but it has saved my hair. I don't even really know what tip I'm on now, but I think tip number 5, what I've used to save, maintain, and grow my density is using, oh my gosh, is using water-based serums. So I have 2 here that I've been using for a minute now. I know, we've all heard of Sacred. I think that Sacred is actually effective. Pricey? Yes. Is it effective? Yes. This is a water-based restoring edge and hair drop. This product is a performance-based product. It's very effective and it actually works. Already been through 1 and I'm on my 2nd bottle. I wish I took photos of certain parts of my hair that wasn't as full. I have like 2 cowlicks on my edges that have always kind of been on the thinner side, and now they're literally full-blown like small curls forming and growing in those areas. And I've never had that happen until I started using Sacred. Another water-based serum that I like, I know it's a lot cheaper than Sacred, but it's still, I think, a little pricey. A hair density boost treatment with vegan collagen and turmeric. I got this from Sephora. I actually was sent this a while back too. And it also strengthens your roots and helps reduce shedding. You are a person who is not spending almost $60 on this. I would say check out the density boost serum from Sephora. This is the brand, I think is Averani. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is it. Screenshot if you need to. Also, the Sephora sale is coming up on October 31st. So add this to your cart if you want to test it out, because I think it actually works. Last and final tip I want to give you guys to saving, maintaining, and growing my density is actually using a detangling spray when taking down my protective styles. I used to be very rough with my hair, and I think that is what played a part in me breaking so much hair off and shedding hair. I was not gentle with my hair. Ever since I discovered this Sacred detangling spray that was sent to me, I fell in love, and I plan on repurchasing this because I've never taken down hair that wasn't breaking and popping off as I was taking down. And using just water, it's not gonna always work. Using just a basic conditioner, it's not gonna always work. Yes, those products, water, pre-poo, conditioner, those things can help aid to getting the hair to become a little bit more slippery so that you can detangle these knots. But for some reason, the Sacred detangling spray itself melts knots. I don't know what's the difference between this and my African Pride pre-poo, but this works 10 times better than it. And yes, it is more expensive, but it works. Not saying that you need this, but try using a detangling spray or a pre-poo more often when you're taking down protective styles to help the shedding and the breakage that would typically happen if you didn't use it. I know it's an extra step in the routine, and that's why I never use it, because I'm like, this doesn't matter. Like, I'm about to wash my hair. Why do I need to pull out an extra product just to put on my hair and when I'm about to go shower and wash my hair? But it actually works. You actually need it, and it's actually effective. And anything that you can do to save extra hair from breaking, do it. It may take more time, but it's worth it. Those are all the tips I wanted to leave you guys with today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any other density boosting tips that you want to put in the comments, don't forget to share them, because we as a community all love to share the love and the tips that we have for each other. Any of these products that you just saw me show you, they're all listed in my Amazon storefront if you want to purchase. Quick little announcement. I have a giveaway that I want to do very soon, so don't forget to stay tuned for that. I also just created a broadcast channel on my Instagram on my_type4hair_. It's basically like a group chat for the girls. I share a lot of things behind the scenes that I don't really talk about on my stories or post about. It's basically like a girly group chat. So if you want to be in it, don't forget to click over on my Instagram and join that broadcast channel. That's also where I share giveaway announcements that I will not be putting on my story no longer. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys for another video soon. Bye.